Alright, got the body dropped on there finally. It's been sitting for a while. It's pretty dusty. Dirty. It's hard to get a shot of this thing, it's so shiny. But yeah, anyway, it's pretty cool. Looks pretty slick. Pretty clean. So, this is typically my favorite part of a build. Getting things put back together. Clean, tidy. Yeah, man, look at that thing. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. So I'll get it set on the ground right now so I can get the true perspective of where the wheel is in the wheelhouse, and get the body in its position it wants to be, and then start hanging panels. Get the deck lid on there, the hood, bonnet, and doors. You know, I think I'll be able to get all that fit before I actually decide it is what it is, you know, and then get the body nailed down for sure, because I'll probably use a little bit of adhesive underneath. You know, not necessarily adhesive, but some of that urethane seam sealer, which doubles as one hell of an adhesive. There's a green spider. Anyway, pretty cool. Spent so much time thinking every day what I'm going to do next, and I've spent zero time coming up with a plan, you know, what I'm going to do once the body's on it. So this is a whole new phase right here. Time to get a whole new game plan. Alrighty, got the deck lid on there, or the hatch, whatever we want to call it. And I don't see any problems as far as it lining up. It's not quite bolted down all the way yet. And of course I'll need to put the glass on there, properly spaced. I don't know, I've always called it a bridge. Even though it's not a bridge, but put little spacers underneath the glass which will stay there. You don't have to try and space it, you know, once you put the urethane on. Anyways, make sure that fits. And I'm getting ready to get the hood put on it. I want to get the tin up here and get the bulb seal across, so I really get the proper fitment of how it's going to be. And yeah, I'm dying to get the thing sealed down and get it done. once I make sure the hood and the deck lid fit. And then I'll just assume the doors are going to fit, which I'm sure it will. But I got the body lined up on there right now, and it's sitting really nice in relation to the wheels. In other words, the side-by-side comparison, you know, with how much wheel's sticking out of the wheel well. But let's see if I can center up the camera here with the car. You know, and you can see I got equal amount of wheel sticking it out the edge. I mean, it's just about gnat's ass perfect. And of course that will change once I get the alignment done, because right now I've got everything zeroed out the best I could, you know, with an eyeball and a level. As far as the camber and the toe, everything's at 0. And then once we do the alignment, you know, equal adjustments will be done to each side. You know, the camber will be the same, the toe will be the same, so the gaps will be the same regardless of how I adjust the alignment. And let's see, let's get a shot here of this wheel. You know, I hope I'm able to run the car this low. It's going to be real low. And I got that skid system underneath the car. So the body don't hit the ground. But the car looks really sexy down that low in the wheel wells. You know, you get a more even gap all the way around, which looks real nice. And the other side, we get the same picture. I still haven't got the ride height, you know, the corner weight's done yet. So I'm doing some assumptions on the final ride height, which is kind of a dangerous assumption. But, you know, I just kind of made up my mind. It is what it is. It's close enough sitting how it is to where any adjustments that will be done, you know, I'm going to live with the result. It's not going to be that far off. It's still going to be pretty damn good. So yeah, now I can't get any work done. I just sit here and look at the thing. So I gotta start getting busy. I got the hood bolted down to the hinges. I don't have the latches in there yet, but it's sitting just in the perfect spot. Lines up real nice, covers up the wheel. Lines up good with the post. Same thing on the other side. Covers up the wheel. So yeah, happy. And I can open her up without a problem, without rubbing too bad. I'm going to have to do a little bit. But basically it's aligned. In other words, I'm not having to force the hood in a certain spot. To get it to lay down right where it needs. So it'll be easy to find a position with the latch. Click that down. Got the back latch on. The window set in a hole. Making sure that's going to work, which it does. See if I can open this. So yeah, pretty dang happy so far. Everything's bolting together just like it should. This is the stuff, if I was going to have some real troubles, I'd be having it right now. So it's kind of fun. When it's working out like it should, so we're moving on. And there's the rocker guards, side skirts, whatever you want to call them. I already had the bolts, the holes drilled through the body and into the frame, and the bolts picked out, so just a matter of going and grab the bolts I had, and voila, right back in the same holes. So far so good. And they do look good. Man, that carbon fiber is going to look nice. I'm going to have carbon fiber front, back, and the sides with the wing splitter. I already mentioned that before, but the door mirrors, the mirrors I got for this thing are killer. But it's going to be so sick with all that carbon fiber and then just black. Right now, I got to reposition the air filters on both sides just a little bit because it rubs up against the inlet here. So I'll tilt that just a bit, which means I got to take the wheel off and readjust those mounts that I had right down in there. So no big deal. Nothing to it but to do it. There's a mount here and then one up there. Just tilt that a bit. So I think I got to seriously think about getting some kind of lift, because as soon as this thing is together, it'll be next to impossible to jack up in the air. So I'm going to have to get a low profile jack and then also look for some kind of a drive-on lift. I don't know. Who knows? Just dreaming. I got the hood latched down. So that is in its latched position. Lines up just perfect. I shouldn't say perfect. I wish it would have been just a little bit closer on that line, but it will pass. It'll be good enough. This one here is mostly skewed because I added on to this wheel well. So all said and done, I should have added on to both pieces. Really made that slick looking. So yeah, that's all latched down. And remember, I put little rubber snubbers under here. Which are adjustable. Same thing in the center. So it's all solid, won't be vibrating in the going over the bumps. And stuck the road lights in there. If I had the splitter on there, I wouldn't have been able to jack the back end up that high. It would have been hitting way before that. So this is what I do. I do a lot of just sitting and looking at this thing now. Alrighty, now this time here I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the lights in the back. There's just so much going on, so much to do. Figure I'd just tinker around with this part right now. I haven't seen these lights in like 3 years probably. 2 anyway. Kind of an aftermarket light for Camaro. LED, and I can set it up a couple different ways so it kind of does a pattern flash or just come on solid. So we'll see how that does. The cool thing is, if I need to, I can get a different light and it will fit right in the hole. So that'll be cool. And then my reverse lights, which I got sunk, you know, Frenched in way down low in those holes. And yeah, I forgot about my Cadillac light for my third brake light right there, and that's also an LED. This is for the receiver for the tow hook. And I haven't decided if I'm going to bore a hole through the license plate or just keep that covered up, and then when I need to, just pull the plate off, you know, make it easy to get the plate off. But for sure I'm going to have a hole right there for that reverse camera. So I'll get that in and that in, lights in, probably get the mount set up for the wing, get that on. So there's quite a little bit to do right there. Which will keep me busy, so we'll go for that.